Sean V here. So, for my freshman Odyssey project of 2023, freshman year of high school, I have been asked to come up with a question and to research how everything surrounding it, not everything, but research the topic. And my topic is, why is pasta not salted when it's being made? So, I've done my research and found a video by Adam Ragusia. He states that the reason why pasta isn't salted is because if you're making it by hand, it's gonna take upwards to 20% longer to knead the dough into a nice and chewy noodles. So that's his explanation. And for why traditionally made pasta isn't salted, and his explanation for why factory made pasta isn't salted is simply because they don't have to salt the pasta, because people are going to do it at their house when they're cooking it. Now, I have done some experiments myself. I've made my own pasta, and I would like to show you the results. So, why don't you come with me? When making pasta, all that is needed is flour and water, or in this case, eggs. So this will be the first batch, which will have no salt in it. So now the saltless pasta is done, and so what I have to say about it is that it's basically the baseline for making pasta. I had forgotten to record me making the salted pasta. Now, the salted pasta only took a few more minutes than the regular pasta, to be exact. Now, the salted pasta, it took a lot more to get it to the chewy consistency or stretchiness that I was looking for when making the non-salted pasta. So I have now made both of the pastas and had tasted both of them. The unsalted pasta only took about 7 minutes to make, to knead, so that it's nice and chewy when you eat the cooked pasta. But the salted pasta took about 2 more minutes to knead. Now, I personally didn't really notice anything because I haven't made pasta that many times before now. And so the salted pasta took longer to knead, and when I was done with it, it didn't taste the same when cooked as regular pasta. Sorry, Door. And the regular pasta tastes as you would expect. The salted one, to begin with, wasn't nearly as chewy, probably because I misjudged how much I needed to knead it, because it was taking so much longer than the regular pasta. And now, time to bring you to my second article that I found. The second article was a recipe on how to make the best pasta you'll ever have, or something like that. And this article, written by Nikki Akitshoff Gray had been, well, the recipe called for salt to be put into the pasta dough, and though they were making a smaller quantity than I did when I was making the when I was making the unsalted pasta dough, which they took about 10, they recommend that you use about 10 minutes to knead the dough, and they salted the pasta when mixing all the ingredients together. So, is that a direct correlation? Maybe. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's just them saying that this is how long you need to knead it to make sure that it's nice and chewy, like to the point that even if you don't know what you're doing, you'll be able to make the pasta and make it taste good. Oh, feel good while eating. So, yeah. And now they say add salt to the pasta, but after I had done all my research and looked in and done my experiment, I found out that dried pasta and fresh pasta, which is what I made, are two different things. Dried pasta usually uses only water and flour to make it, but fresh pasta, since it doesn't have to last a long time on the shelf, it's usually made with things like eggs, olive oil, salt even. And so, why is there the difference? Why is there a difference between dried and fresh pasta? Well, this has been my freshman Odyssey project of 2023, and it was fun coming to this conclusion that isn't really that conclusive. Didn't really answer many questions. It opened more questions than it answered, because, well, it may have answered the question that I initially had: why is pasta not salted when it's being made? It's not salted when it's being made because it'll make it take a lot more time to make it. But I could also say that pasta is salted when being made. So, yeah. Now, why is there a difference between fresh and salted pasta? The only thing I could guess is that... Wait, fresh and salted pasta. I meant fresh and dried pasta. Fresh and dried pasta. Why is there a difference between fresh and dried pasta? Now, I don't have an answer for that question personally, but I could find it pretty given enough time, but now is not the time. Well, thank you for watching till the end and hearing me rant about the difference between, hearing me rant about how there's actually a difference between fresh and dried pasta. Thank you, and goodbye. If there's a next time, see you next time, and farewell.